Hello everyone, welcome to Learn a Trade. This is Kevin. Today I'm going to be working on a Bunn Axiom unit. This unit was going into an era for open heater circuit. So I ordered the new heater. This is the heater element, and that's the part number. This is the new heating element right here. And this gets installed on the bottom of the heating tank, so I'm gonna have to remove this this heating tank right in here, and you should be able to see the heater connections are right down below, right down there, but I'm gonna be pulling those off, and then I'm gonna go up top and remove these 4 nuts here. And this one's broken off already, so but I'm going to be removing these 3 nuts here, and then pull this whole tank up and out so that I can get access to the heating assembly. And then I'm going to disconnect the heaters from the bottom and then put in the new heating element and then get it back together again. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I have my black and that red wire. Those were on the heating element down below there. You can see it down towards the very back there. And I got those disconnected. So now I'm gonna start disconnecting the tubing and wiring up top, and then I'm gonna remove this tank. Okay, before I remove those screws up top, this is inlet line right here. This line here is what goes from the solenoid and up underneath this tank. So I'm gonna disconnect this line right here so that I can make sure that this tank is completely drained out. Or drained out as much as possible. So you want to drain this tank out before you pull it up and out. And this has a fitting right here. I pulled it up, but it was down like this. And then all you have to do is you just have to get in there and loosen up that clamp, and then push that clamp up out the way, and then you can separate this line and let it drain into a bucket. Okay, so now you can see I have this tank draining. It's draining out. I'm just gonna go ahead and get as much out as I can, and then that way I can disconnect everything up top and then remove this tank and install the new heater. Yeah, I just had a little spill over here, so give me a moment. Let me clean this up. My water bucket tipped over, so I'm just going to clean up the spill, and then I'll get back to removing this tank. Okay, I cleaned up that spill that I had. This bucket right here, I tipped it over, fell on the counter, so I had to clean all that up. But as you can see, I got everything's drained out of that tank. So now I can remove that tank. I'll be able to remove that tank. I got most of the water out of there, so we'll go ahead and pull that out and then undo these 4 nuts up top, then pull the tank all the way out. Then I can replace the heater. Okay, now just to show you, I just removed the temp probe. Temp probe goes right in down here. I removed that temp probe. I'm going to set that to the side. And just remember, this has two water level probes. There's one on the left and one on the right. You got to remove those. You got to remove those probes and then set them aside. But just remember where they go. You know, the best thing to do is take a picture of the top so that you know where everything is. So you got your ground wire right here. You got your water level probe here, and then another water level probe over here. And one probe is longer than the other, so that one probe acts as a safety in case the other one fails. And then you have your spray head tube, your overflow tube right here. So this overflow will go out. If it overflows, it'll come out of this tube through here and then go down through the funnel into the pot instead of all over the counter or anything. Okay, so I'm going to remove that also. Okay, now I have those two probes out. I just want to show you. See how one probe tip is longer than the other? So this is your main probe. Okay, so if this probe fails, this probe should activate to prevent any overflow. Okay, so that's why this one's shorter. And you can see there's some hard water coating on there. So what I'll do is I'll take a Brillo or sandpaper and clean this probe up just to make sure it's cleaned up good. And then I'll do the same with this one too. It's got a little buildup on it. So I just wanted to show you that. They have two water level probes on these Axioms. Okay, I just want to show you the inside of this tank. And if you can look in here, you see the hard water deposits just built up. They're all built up there. So before I put this new heater in, I'm gonna go ahead and put some D-lime in here and then let it go ahead and clean up. I'm gonna clean up some of this hard water in here, but we should be good to go once I get that done. I want to make sure this tank is fairly clean before I put it back into operation. All right, so now I got my solution in this tank right now. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna pull the tank out and let it sit, and then I'm gonna try to clean up some of this buildup that's on the sides and stuff. I'm gonna try to clean that up as best I can, and then put the new heater in. Okay, I got most of all of the lime that I could get out of there. That's about the best that I could get right now, because I mean, we'll basically have to come back here to do like a full out cleaning on this unit or replace the tank itself. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this heater replaced, because this is the mission today. So I got to get the heater replaced, and then I might put a little more D-lime in there once I get the new heater back in and let it heat up on the inside, and then that'll kind of dissolve some of that lime buildup. But basically, I'm gonna go ahead and get this heater replaced. As you can see, this is the heater that's in the bottom, and from the lime buildup, you could tell that it caused some damage to the heating element down there. I'll be able to show you a little better once I get it out, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this heater replaced and get this reassembled so I can program it to heat up and everything, and then do a calibration on it. Okay, now I got the tank upside down, giving me a little better access to these nuts here. Get your nuts loosened up, and this element should drop out. There we go. There we go. Okay, and you see there, see that damage? You see where that element just blew right open right up here, right there, and you see the line build up around it. This particular area has a, they're all working off of a well. Let me just get that seal. I'm gonna get that seal out of there. I'm gonna put a new seal in there. These seals go on the inside so that to prevent leaks. But this area, they have a large, a lot of hard water build up on all their equipment. Basically, there's no way around it. This particular store works off of a well system, and there's something going on with their well system that just really doesn't help, even though they have the filters up here. And it looks like the filters were changed in August, and you can see it really doesn't help because they still get hard water here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse this through and put my new heater in. I also just want to show you too the I'm gonna do an ohms reading on this just to show you how to check for a bad heater. Okay, let me show you guys here. So my amp meter, got it set on ohms, checking continuity across the coil here. So you can see it's an open line, all right, and you can see the damage down there. So that's just to show you that. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can grab the new one, let you take a look at that. Okay, now you see the new, this is the new heater. I showed you the part number earlier, but let me see if I could turn it around. That's the part number there for that new heater. This is on a Bunn Axiom, okay? And see, this coil's got reading 19.4 ohms, so that's a good coil. I'm gonna go ahead and install that and then get this tank put back in place and then get it running. Okay, you can see I got my seals on there. You want to make sure you got those seals so that you prevent any leaks from once the tank starts filling. Okay, now I got my new heater element is in place. It's secured at the bottom. Got my seals on the inside, and now I'm going to go ahead and get this tank put back in. Okay, so I have the tank back in place. Got the tank body is secured. I still have to secure the rest of the lid right here, the tank lid. But I wanted to show you the probes, the water level probes. I said I was going to clean those up, so I cleaned those up. Got most of the lime buildup off of there. And this is the longer one, which has the blue wire that goes there. And then this is the shorter one. We got that cleaned up, and that's going to go in place here. So you just want to make sure you get your water level probes in place. Put the dispense tube back in place. You have to bear with me, I'm doing this one-handed. I didn't bring my my camera stand. Give me a second here. Okay. All right, that's that overflow. Okay, so it goes out here. This is the, let me move this. This is some of my delimer that I had. Get this out of the way. Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you, this is that overflow tube going right down here. That goes down into the funnel. This is a spray head solenoid right here. You can see the line coming from the tank. Solenoid opens up, the water dispenses down out of the spray head. Down below right here. Right there, that's the spray head area. So right now I'm gonna get the rest of this set up and put in place. Put my temp probe in place. Yeah. Okay, temp probe's in place. All the wires are connected. I just have to put all of my the nuts back on, and then I'm gonna go down below and connect the wires to the heater, and I'm gonna put a little protective insulation around those wires so they don't get wet and stuff like that. Then we'll go from there, see what we get. Okay. Let's see if you can see there. I got my black and my red wire connected to the base of the heating element, or the heating connected to the heating element at the base of the tank. So you want to make sure those two wires are connected and they're insulated, so we're good there. Now I'm going to get ready to get this reassembled some, and then let it heat up and go through a couple of just test brews just to make sure everything's heating up correctly. Okay, as you can see here, it says please turn on to fill. So this would be the on button right here. You press that, and then this tank should start filling, because remember I have to empty it. This one over here, this is a dual brewer, so this side here it's heating back up because I had the whole system off, so you can see that heating back up. So this one here, I'm going to go ahead and press the fill, and it says please wait, tank filling. So now I'm going to go ahead and let that fill up, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so now the tank has filled. Now it's in heating mode, so we're going to go ahead and let this heat up to temperature. So far everything looks good. This side over here is at 195, so that's about ready to brew. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and let this one complete heating up. It'll take it a little bit, and then we'll do a couple of brew cycles. Right now we're at 135 and climbing, so I'm gonna let it keep going should get up to about 200 degrees. So we'll see where it goes. Okay, this side is back at 200 degrees. Looks good. As well as this side is back at 200 degrees. So that side looks good also. So I'm going to go ahead and do a test brew cycle on this into this pot, and then see if we're getting a good water level. Okay, so now it's starting its brew cycle, so we'll see what we end up with. Okay, good. Now it's at its brew, the end of the brew cycle. I'm comfortable with that level right there. I really don't like to go too much over, especially with these Axiom units, because they can go a little crazy if you go too high, and then all of a sudden you get a call for brewer overflowing. So I'm going to stick with that level. I'm going to make a couple of pots of coffee just to run it, make sure that heater is hanging in there. As you can see, it's back up to 195 now after a brew cycle. And this is running off of 240 or 208, 208 volts AC. So it does have a quick recovery time. But I'm going to go ahead and brew a couple of pots, and we should be all set here. I just want to show you here. I got that, got those brewers running both sides. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. But you can see the water pressure goes way low, very low. It's down into the red. And like I said, this water system is off of it's a well. It's a well system, so it's very hard to get your calibrations right. So I'm just making sure that they're calibrated good enough to where I'm getting full pots of coffee. And they'll have to do something about the well system that they have in order to. They have very low water pressure here, so that's the thing. So right now I got a couple of test pots brewing, and we'll just see what they do. See how it goes. Okay, so that side is all set to go. As you can see, that's the level that I like to get the coffee to. And right now it's going back into heating mode, and this side here has a good level to it. And we should be all set with this machine. I thank you all for watching. This is all I got for this one. This was a heater replacement on a Bunn Axiom coffee brewer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.